Hello, and welcome to episode 67 of the Cooler Guild. I am Coop Cooper, and joined with me, as always, is my co-host, Van Crisp.
Hello.
We're recording on Thursday, June 4th, 2026. Happy Pride Month.
Yeah! Our month.
That's right.
It's here.
Time to give us money.
Oh my God, I almost wore a shirt today for the podcast because it just came in. I bought it from NPR.
Oh, cool.
Because they put out their Pride merch. It says National Public Radio.
That's fun.
Anyway, happy Pride Month.
Yeah. I went to the Brandy Carlisle show, and she had on the screen, it was her birthday weekend, and it was like, happy birthday. It was so dumb, but it was kind of hilarious. Anyways, on today's episode, we're going to go over the Reigns. It's another L pod. So we're going to go over the Reigns game that they had against the Spirit. We've got some other bits of news to kind of go over with the Reign, and we'll go over some NWSL stuff, and maybe also kind of go over what the US Women's National Team picture is looking like. But before we get into all of that, we got some housekeeping to take care of.
As always, the Cooler Guild is part of the Sound at Heart podcast network. You can either listen to us on our public feed, or if you're a Sound at Heart subscriber, on the private unified feed with the other podcasts on the network. If you'd like to become a subscriber, just visit our page at soundatheart.com/the Cooler Guild. New subscribers get 10% off the normal rate, and you help support everything we're doing. I don't know if people know this, but we read this live. All of our ad reads, other than the main one,
do it live.
Is live.
Yeah. The show's not live, so we could redo it, but we don't most of the time.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're not also professional speakers. So we're just...
Well, kind of technically we are.
I think now we are, yeah.
But are we good at it?
Some say. Say. What'd you do over the weekend besides watch the Reign?
What did I do? I went golfing.
Oh. Still at it, huh?
Yeah. Well, this is the first time this year.
Oh, wow.
My friend Kelsey texted me on Sunday and said, hey, gonna be at the range. Got a codes for some buckets. Because you have to paper bucket at the driving range.
Oh, I see.
And she convinced our friend Victor to come. And so I met up with some people. They were all going to the FC Olympia against Ballard game after. But we just sat there for a couple hours and hit some golf balls. It was fun.
Sweet.
You? Anything?
I was at the Brandy Carlisle at the Gorge weekend. I did all 3 nights. And
did you camp?
I did camp at the amphitheater. It's just like a field. As much as I sometimes make fun of Brandy Carlisle, she is really fucking cool. Her batch of friends that are musicians that she brings to these shows is kind of insane. I think what I mostly got out of this weekend is Sheryl Crow is so much fun. Sheryl Crow is it was such a highlight watching Sheryl Crow, but the bigger highlight for me was Bonnie Raitt. Oh, Bonnie Raitt's fantastic. I obviously realized I knew a fuck ton of Bonnie Raitt songs while I'm watching Bonnie Raitt, who's I think 76 years old or something crazy.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, let me double check. I don't want to overshoot it, but I went.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. She's 76 years old. She'll be 77 this year. So she's just fun. I mean, I knew a bunch of songs. I was just like, this woman is so fucking cool though. On stage, she's the coolest person I have ever seen in my life. She's 76, she's rocking out, she's playing guitar it's nothing. It looks so easy and it's really good. It's some of the best guitar I've ever heard. She's playing with a slide. It was super cold that night for one of the nights she was playing too, and so she was got bundled up in a down vest. So she popped that on, and then she tried to put on another jacket, and then she's I couldn't move because I feel like the Michelin Man, I can't really move around in this, so she had to take that off. And then
I had the same realization when I saw Heart.
Oh yeah, that would be
and
awesome.
I was like, oh
yeah,
okay,
yeah. I feel like I am going to be doing a super deep dive on Bonnie Raitt. I listened to her first 2 albums today, and I was just holy moly, where I feel like my childhood has been I've been robbed a part of my childhood for not really understanding how amazing Bonnie Raitt is. I think my favorite part about her too was she had one of those coffee cups, like the tall coffee cups that you'd get like a truck stop. So it's like the silver one with the black handle that pops off, and she's just sipping off of that on the stage. It was like super old school. She was so cool, but like it was so great to see like so many female musicians just like rocking out. It was awesome.
That's rad.
Yeah, and then I checked on the rain score.
And you had to rewatch the game today.
Yeah. Luckily, I was like on a high from like my weekend that it didn't really put me in a bummer like mood. And
that's also why we're recording late.
Yeah. Also, like I knew it was the Spirit away, so I just didn't have
We didn't have high hopes.
No, I didn't have super high hopes. Didn't have big expectations. So it was kind of like, well, this is kind of what I expected. Was I upset to see that they conceded a goal late again? Definitely. What a bummer. That part was a bummer. And then the fact that we didn't really score a goal, like our players didn't. So it's just like, well, great. So we're back to some of the problems we used to have. But I guess let's just get into things.
Yeah. Going into the game, it was the first time this season that Laura Harvey has repeated a starting lineup. And I watched both pressers today because after the match I was disgruntled, so I went to Costco.
Okay. Did you get samples while we were there? No,
I just picked up my sunglasses, but I just like couldn't bring myself to watch the presser.
Sure.
But Laura Harvey said in the presser that like, oh, well, I thought the group performed really well last week. And I'm like, you were playing Boston.
Yeah. Don't know if that's a great place to start. But I guess if they get a win though, and like we hadn't really been winning anyways, then like just go with it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I also feel like we matched up pretty well to the Spirit last time, so like maybe try to repeat that.
Yeah, and honestly, like they didn't get blown out, so I get it.
Yeah.
A couple things I would have changed, but have we really? Coop has in the notable stats here, the Reign haven't won at the Washington Spirit since 2017.
That's what I heard in the broadcast. So
after that, you wrote consistency.
Yeah. It's a notable stat. Yeah, anytime we play the Spirit away or Spirit at all, I just kind of know they have our number and it's really not fun. Yeah. I don't know when that's going to change. I don't think this is the current roster to do that. So I guess I'm not surprised what happened.
And the lineup for me, like anytime, and I know this is a biased hater take, and I will keep repeating it until it's proven me wrong, which, as we know from last season, I'm very willing to accept. But anytime I see Sally Menti on a starting lineup, we're not serious.
I feel like I just had like a little bit of a hyper focus on her because I knew you'd be critical of her. Which is like fair. Like I think that's good.
Like it wasn't necessarily her worst game, but there were her defensive positioning is like absolutely non-existent. There were a couple moments on the offense where she made a really good pass. Mm-hmm. Great.
She got into a couple of really good positions.
She had that really weak shot in the first half.
Yeah. That
Holly Ward, if she had let it go through, probably would have done better with.
Yeah. I remember when we were told that her nickname was like De Bruyne. Waiting to see that. Just waiting, okay? If I could get any hints.
I feel like this is like a toxic boyfriend where like you've given him enough chances.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the position that we're clearly hurting at the most, so it's just like
it's very apparent that she's not it.
Yeah, I think the weakness of like what we're missing is just like highlighted. And like we've said before, like these young players need to have like older players who are more experienced to like help them through these times that we're having, and it's just we don't have that. So I mean, you can throw Sally in, but like it's just at this point it doesn't feel like ready to keep up with, you know, big opponents.
Yeah, but I mean that's the reality.
It is.
And I'm going to criticize the people that are on the field
if the results aren't there. Yeah,
even if the results are there. Anyway, moving on from the lineup, the what worked section for this match is very short and very meh.
Sure.
Mercado did make the run, right? Curry played a ball, Mercado made the run, and she was double teamed making that run that resulted in the own goal. So I like Mercado. I think that she what?
I'm just like annoyed because imagine if she had like a creative midfielder that could feed her balls. You know, like
And I worry because these players aren't going to progress and are going to feel very stagnant.
Yeah.
If they don't have help.
She is I was looking up free agents for something that we're going to talk about later, but she's, I believe, on the free agents list, unrestricted free agent at the end of the season. So that would be a bummer to lose because I do think she'd be a valuable piece for another team.
Yeah, she's a valuable piece for our team.
Yeah.
So I thought that she was somewhat of a bright spot in this very low bright spot game.
Sure. I wanted to point out, I thought Jordan Bugg actually had a really good game right up until that moment at the end. I mean, those kinds of things happen, but you know, she is coming back from the injury. She hasn't been playing a lot. She kind of got put into a rough situation with what the team's performances and have looked like, and some of the goals they've conceded. But I think she had a really solid game right up until that last moment on the Hirschfeld goal.
The last moment could be with the Hirschfeld goal. I think that there were a lot of things wrong in that situation.
Mm-hmm. Just unlucky for Bug.
Yeah, Sam Meza got caught up on the offensive side, right? Which I want to see more of.
Yeah,
that might also include that in like a bright spot for me for this game. Mm-hmm. When Sam Meza gets involved in the attack, they look dangerous, but she got stuck up top, and the recovery defensively in the midfield was not there. Mm-hmm. And so the task fell to Phoebe McLaren and Jordan Bugg, and nobody stepped to Hal Hirschfeld. Mm-hmm. And she scores.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pins that fell before the last two.
Sure.
The first like 10 minutes of the game, Holly Ward was balling out. I think there's a lot of potential there. I mean, she just got called into the Canadian national team. Mm-hmm. I said this after the game. I really want to see her and Brittany Radcliffe at some point, like Super Smash Bros. Mm-hmm. Like playing a team like Portland and just fucking ram the crap out of people.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really fun to see.
Yeah, she's hungry. She's getting called up for the Canadian national team. World Cup's on the horizon, so I think she's trying to make sure her stock is good going into that. I enjoy watching her.
Yep. That's about it for what worked.
That might have been a little generous, but what didn't work?
I do not know what's going on with Claudia Dickey. Things just have not seemed the same for most of this season. And you made a really good point to me yesterday, I think when we were talking about this, that last year, for a lot of the first part of the year, she had competition in Cassie Miller. This season, it's pretty much, if she goes out, then we're relying on players that have no caps.
Yeah. So
I don't know if that's the thing. I don't know what's going on, but there were multiple just mental lapses this game. And we've seen that more this season than we ever saw last season.
Definitely.
And I don't know if she's just too comfortable or what's happening, but there was that trying to play out at the back in the second half where she just plays a hospital ball, gets overtaken.
Yeah.
Like, where's the brain here?
Yeah, and she kind of was like hesitated on the first goal too.
Yep. I think that was understandable. It had to pass through like 5 players.
It was crowded.
And you could see, like, I was watching it and I watched it back a couple of times. Her footwork is actually very, very good at this. So the ball comes through, and at the point where it first could make contact, her feet stop.
Yeah.
And moving feet do not make a good dive. So that's what you want in your goalkeeper.
Okay. Yeah.
But then nobody touches it. And so it just goes all the way through.
Yeah. I mean, it was a really good free kick.
It was a great free kick. It was terrible defense.
And the free kick also probably should have not happened.
There's also that.
So
let's talk about that. Let's talk about the first goal.
Man, I watched this like slow-mo today, like over and over and over again. This foul, that Ward, quote unquote, this foul that was called on Rodman. Like, Rodman was kind of like falling to the ground on purpose and like putting her body into Holly, right?
Yeah,
like,
she was falling before contact was made. And we'll see this get called in a later game this week.
Uh-huh.
But it seems to be, and the thing that I have an issue with is that these teams with these star players
Yes.
get these calls constantly.
Yeah, totally.
It's like protecting your high impact players. And I don't get it.
No. Well, and it's not like just that, but it's like she faked it.
Yeah.
Like she baited both. She baited the ref. I was saying, like, did she bait our defender or whoever was defending her? No, she baited the ref.
Yeah, and you know, from the other end, it's a smart play.
Yeah, like if
You know you're gonna get that call,
yeah,
fall.
I'll enjoy it when it's on the USWNT national team.
For sure.
I don't enjoy it when it's against my club team, and I don't think it's a good look.
No.
But if it works, it works.
And it worked.
Yeah.
When we started watching the game, I was in on the Discord chat, the Sounder Heart Discord chat, which you can join for, I think, $75 a year. If you join sounderheart.com/the Cooler Guild, join from our link. But as we're all in the Discord, start the game, and Audi Field has this, or not Audi Field. Audi Field.
Yeah.
Has this really weird like sunset thing where the light's coming in half of the field, and they were both wearing the third kits. So it was like the cherry blossom one for Washington, and we were wearing the weird blue ones that we have. It was so hard to tell them apart. Harvey talked about it in the post-match presser because she could see it from the field level, because we just thought it might be a
TV
video
thing.
issue.
Yeah.
But it seemed like it was difficult. I don't know how much that affected it, but watching it was incredibly annoying.
It was weird. It almost feels like someone fucked up because those kits were like the same, but then the goalkeeper kits were also basically the same.
Yeah, that also happened in the Louisville-Denver game.
Yeah, I don't know who's in charge of picking kit matchups, but someone really fucked up on this.
And the thing with the rain and the spirit kits, like the third kits, are different colors, but the fact that the back panel is both dark, and with the contrast with the sun, it's incredibly hard to tell them apart. I
mean, they put the colors like right at the top of the score for each team, and it was like dark green, dark blue, and like they look the same. They look the exact same. Like the tones, the dark tones were like in the same exact like darkness.
When I was in charge of choosing colors, what we'd be playing in the USLW, like I brought both kits
just in case
to every single match.
Yeah.
Because if the referee thought that there was going to be a contrast issue, the home team has to change.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the rules in the NWSL, but it seems that the referee didn't see an issue, so it just went on. But it was a really hard match to watch in the beginning just because you couldn't really tell.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same referee that was wanting to give Rodman fouls, so am I surprised? I guess not. Conspiracy.
Laura Harvey made some halftime subs. Montesir and Meza came on, which Meza was very much helpful until nobody could cover for her. But she did her thing in this game, and it was definitely a missing piece. But you put Montesir on, you take off McCammon and Ward, and I don't think McCammon was very impactful in this game. I don't think she was bad. I don't think she was very impactful.
It's a tough opponent.
But you take Holly Ward out, and Ward she's a trier.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of effort there. And I think that kind of dissipated when she left the field.
There was also some balls from Montesir that were driving me nuts.
Oh my God.
Corners are not on point to that game. I will say this kind of gives me pause. The broadcast talks about, like, the Reign says that they love corners and set pieces. I'm like, what?
Why? Do you want another opportunity not to score a goal?
Yeah, it was really confusing to me. I mean, granted, we've had, I don't know, maybe one's in a different setup, but like the corners have not gone well in recent times. So that was confusing to me.
I think we can get to the final point, which is that this team can compete with these big, like really ruthless, stacked teams, but they can't win. There's something missing. And we will harp on this until it changes.
Yeah.
But there's a front office issue where they need to bring someone in, or two people in, to elevate the squad.
Yep.
Because there's very little veteran leadership, especially on the international scale. And you don't have a dead ringer.
Thank you for listening to the Sounder at Heart Podcast Network, which now includes Nos Arietes, Lobbing Scorchers, and the Cooler Guild. We've been independent since August of 2023, but need your support to make sure it continues. Although this podcast is free, it's only made possible by your continued support. Memberships start as low as $25 a year, which not only helps make podcasts like this one happen, but also gets you access to everything we produce. If you're able to support us at higher levels, starting at $75 a year, you gain access to a host of other perks, most notably entry into our members-only Discord, where the smartest, funniest, and most engaged commenters share their thoughts and ideas. To find out more, just visit sounderatheart.com and click the subscribe button in the top right corner. Thanks for listening.
What'd you get from the post-match presser that you haven't brought up yet?
So it was Madison Curry and Maddie Mercado. Curry said they were going to the break and they will be reevaluating and rebuilding, which I thought was interesting language, but amazing.
Yes.
Mercado did mention that they had scrimmages set up. We don't know who they're against, and they will very likely not be open to the public. And then Harvey came on, and the player presser was like 5 minutes long. Harvey's presser was like 12 minutes. But she also agreed the kits were clashing. And then mentioned that after the break, they have 19 games in 18 weeks.
Ooh.
So she told the team there's not going to be a lot of time for reflecting.
Or recovering.
Yeah. She was asked about Lynn, when we'll see Lynn Biondolo. She doesn't have any date for the return or any idea when that's going to be, but Lynn's plan is to be back at some point this season.
It would be a huge to get her back.
And I will say, maternity leave has done some good for some of these players.
It's true.
And then Steve, shout out Steve Vogt, Ride of Valkyries, incredible. He asked about the transfer window coming up. And Steve noted that this is more of a Leslie question.
Yeah. But
he'll ask her about picking up another player or, doing some signings. And Laura said, if we could get some experience, that would be great to help some of these young players develop. You don't say, Laura.
Glaring issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep kind of I know people want to question Harvey, and we've said before, maybe it's fair, but I don't know what happens in this future situation with coaching and GM and players and stuff like that. But Harvey's not being given the tools she needs to succeed. And I'm picturing a team that's willing to actually go out and sign players and spend money. And if Harvey gets, I don't know, blamed for this stuff and something happens, or she decides maybe I don't want to be here because they're not spending money, someone will scoop her right up. And imagine her being able to coach with players that the kind of quality we've been lacking.
Yeah.
It's infuriating. And I hope it doesn't come down to that. I hope that the front office steps up or gets the right person in to actually make that happen.
There has been some talk about the Sounders and everything with wanting to reallocate some of their ownership.
Yeah. And
maybe that's why there haven't been any moves. But then you discredit all of the money that came from, say, Heidema, right?
100%.
Even if you don't want to pull from, your big ownership stake, you still on paper have money to spend.
We literally know this.
The transparency isn't great in the league, but there are some things that we know, and some of the things that we know are that there is money to be spent.
Yeah.
Even if you bring somebody in that doesn't work, let me know you're trying.
Sure. Also, the amount, I understand maybe the Sounders not being able to spend money because it costs a lot more to get players into MLS, but the NWSL,
you could literally sign a high impact player for the same amount that they're paying for their 23-year-old defensive midfielder.
So I'm just not really taking that as an excuse. I'm just not.
Yeah.
I think that's not fair. Invest in your women. It's not. It doesn't take as much money to do, unfortunately, for the players. But that's, use it to your advantage. Go out and spend some dough.
And it does seem like parts of the front office are maybe starting to try, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But
sure. Are we ready to move on to Cooler Player of the Match?
Absolutely.
The Cooler Player of the Match is brought to you by the Doctor's Office, a great little 12-seat bar on Capitol Hill. The owner's a big fan of the rain, is proud to be our very first sponsor.
Well,
maybe I won't cut that silence.
Well, I was burping. I had to silence myself. This was hard. I think there were some players that put in a decent shift, but there wasn't really one good enough to earn this accolade. So Coop came up with the amazing idea. Do you want to explain it?
I don't know how much there's to explain. I really enjoyed the lens flare. It added some energy to my viewing experience. It made it feel like a movie. And maybe if it's like a movie, it's not real.
So in the second half of the match, with the way that the sun sets at Audi Field, the cameras and where they're positioned pick up a lens flare in the big overarching like overhead view of the game. And it did feel a bit poetic.
I don't think I would enjoy it in any other circumstance. I gotta be honest. It kind of reminded me sitting on the one side of the Portland games when sun sets. It's like one of my least favorite seats that I've sat in is when the sun sets on that side of the Portland seats. But again, I kind of didn't have high expectations for this game, and so I'm like, ooh, we're getting some cinematic flair to this. I'll take it.
Too bad it was a horror film.
Oh, shit.
So congratulations, lens flare.
Thanks again to our sponsor, the Doctor's Office. The Doctor's Office is the best place to grab a drink before or after a rain match. Make an appointment today and try their Strawberry Fields Forever cocktail, currently featured on their limited edition menu. Described as the Kingston Negroni meets the Strawberry Daiquiri. Have you had a Kingston Negroni?
No, I was just thinking if it was named after the Kingston Ferry.
I think it's Kingston, Jamaica, because it has rum in it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I discovered.
Yeah, that swaps gin for Jamaican rum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which sounds kind of nice.
Well, there's my bias, my location bias coming in.
Oh, God. Just choked on my spit. This is off the rails. We lost Advance audio briefly, too. It's the perfect drink to get you ready for the summer. Check out their Instagram at TDO Seattle, or better yet, go drink there in person. Cheers.
Cheers.
There's some rain-related news we are going to go over. I don't know how in-depth we'll go on it, but it's definitely interesting, I think. And I think most rain fans will find it interesting.
They're starting a kids 12 and under free program, which, duh. They should have done this from the beginning.
Yeah.
There is some backlash coming from the season ticket holders.
Sure.
And I think that the team is trying to find a way to rectify that because people have bought tickets for their children.
Yeah. Season
which,
tickets.
good for you. Children need their own seats. Families who purchased one adult ticket are eligible to receive up to 5 complimentary tickets for children 12 and under for select rain home matches in this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a list. This makes sense. As we were speaking of earlier, you were like, well, yeah, that's South Portland got people there.
It is. They were giving tickets away like crazy.
Wasn't it like if you get 1 gallon of gas at the gas station, they give you a free ticket?
It wasn't a lot of gas. I don't know if it was only 1 gallon, but like go get the thing that you need to get around Portland from most people, for most people, especially families. They almost all have cars out there. Just do the normal thing in your day and you get a free ticket.
Yeah.
This is just straight up, here's your free ticket.
And that was for adults.
Yeah.
We got to find more adult. I mean, I get this, and I think this is a great idea.
We have room for everybody.
There's room for everybody, but I think it's a bit... Here's my take, and I know this might be controversial. Women's soccer is not the family-friendly version of men's soccer.
Agreed.
It is a professional sport that at times can be violent, at times can be a little raunchy and aggressive, just like the men's game.
Yep.
And when they peddle this family narrative at the women's game, it really bothers me. That being said, I think 12 and under free should be set for pretty much any sport. What are they going to do? They're not buying beer. They're not.
Yeah.
If anything, it's going to make mom and mom or mom and dad or dad and dad buy more beers because they got their fucking kids there.
Yeah. They did when and I totally agree with your point about like it seems like a lot of times women's sports is marketed as like this thing for kids to have people to admire, and it's like in a way that just like we can treat them as adult. I don't see that same kind of thing with men's sports. I just don't. They did kind of phrase this. Yahoo Sports, they had a writer, Carrie Anderson, who interviewed our CBO, Mendoza Ekstrom, and they seem to be framing this as kind of like giving the free tickets is going to like invest in the future of the Reign in making fans out of these young fans. And I think there is truth to that. I mean, I'm thinking about all the stories you have from going to games growing up, and I think that is really valuable long term. It's just I would like to see other marketing strategies to get adults there too, because there is a very good queer community in Seattle, and I'm just confused on why they haven't figured out a way to tap into that more.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
Well, I think that there are multiple demographics that should be targeted in their marketing strategy, and this is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not really addressing the root issue.
It's also, they're not moneymakers like you said either. These are children.
Well, and they're not the people who are going to go tell their friends that have disposable income.
Mm-hmm.
Your 7-year-old child that comes to the game is going to tell their friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll be like, Mommy, take me to a Reign game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would we want to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, like if you get like 20 new queer people in and you do something fun for them, they're going to go after the game to the Rose, the Pony, Neighbors, wherever.
Yeah.
Be like, oh my God, I had such a good time. And then you're going to get people the next game.
Yeah.
I think this is good. And I don't think that, I think I just have a negative view on children in this space because it kind of infantilizes the women's game a bit. But I know that it's like it's a necessity for the growth.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate that. But they're not, for me, they're not doing enough, like you said, to incorporate the known fans, right? How many people are going to Storm games?
Exactly.
How many people are going to the Torrent games?
Yeah.
Where is your targeting to those fans that already show up, already buy merch, already buy season tickets? Where is that same energy to these people?
Totally. I did want to add one more thing before we move on in regards to that. It seems like they were when coming up with this program, they were very mindful about the scheduling struggles that the Reign have, which was interesting to actually hear them talk about that because they don't have a lot of control over it. And the CBO talked about, here, I got the quote here. She called a lot of our stuff, like the times that we get, interesting broadcast windows, which I feel like is her way of saying we don't get the good stuff. All right. We don't get Saturday nights. We don't get Saturday afternoons. Often Sunday afternoons or Friday nights, but Sundays, she said, offer a new opportunity to take advantage of days that often work well with families' typical schedules. That Sunday opportunity is one that aligns all year round in the spring, in the summer, and in the fall, and it's a unique opportunity for us to sort of own Sundays, if you will, in our market. So I can appreciate what she's trying to do with this and that, but I also like you could target more than this. Like, let's just keep it going. Let's,
Why don't we call Sunday games church?
That'd be fun.
We're going to church.
Yeah.
If you want to own Sundays?
Out. Yeah.
You got to steal it from the church.
Totally. Yeah. I think, I don't know. It's an interesting idea.
It seems that she's aware, which is refreshing to hear.
She's trying new things.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's been taking a while and I just want more because our attendance is not doing well.
It's not great. I mean, look at the product. The product is...
No one wants to listen to our podcast because no one wants to hear how bad the team is.
Yeah.
We're some episodes aren't quite as low, but like, man, when we were starting to have that scoreless streak, I looked at, like, and I don't try to get hung up on numbers, but I was like, ooh, boy.
I never look at them.
Oh, I looked at them recently and I was like, ooh, there was a clear relation to the drop in the team.
Please start winning.
Please
do something,
or at least have something, score goals and be interesting.
I feel like that like meme of the stick person like poking. Like, do something.
Mm-hmm. That's the theme of the rain this year and the last few years. I guess the other quick bit of rain related stuff, we got some call-ups for the national team, for the US. Claudie Dickey, that's end of list. Holly Wars. Holly Wars got called up for Canada, as I mentioned. Haz is going up for Wales. Bug got called in for the U23. Darlene also got called in for that, and for some reason, me official, and I can't explain that, but Purcell was also in that.
So apparently, there's like a exemption thing, so you can have older players coming in.
How many older players end up at those things, though?
I think I don't know how common it is.
Yeah,
but Steve had mentioned that they're going to be training alongside the senior team.
Okay, cool.
So it's kind of a development thing.
It's still weird, but okay.
My thing is, though, like, maybe that'll up the confidence, right? To get back into the national team system.
Also be around experienced players.
Yeah.
Like,
so that could be really, really helpful for her. And I appreciate that, like, they're trying something, no matter if it's weird and we don't understand.
Yeah. Last bit of call-ups for the U20. Adamas, McCammon, and Osteen, and then Modesir also got called up for Haiti. NWSL results. What happened this weekend?
A lot happened. Louisville played Denver. Denver won 1-0. Prohaska.
Oh.
Yeah, starts. She
her.
came in last week because of the Bloomer injury.
Yeah.
Made one really, really good save.
Nice.
The goal absolutely was not her fault.
Okay.
And it was pretty even. Denver definitely had the edge. But Allie Brazier subbed in the 61st minute, scored in the 64th minute.
Nice. Game changer.
And she started the play that set it up. Long ball came into her, and as Mike Watts said, epic touch.
You weren't yelling enough, but please don't do that.
I won't. I thought about it, and then I just can't bring myself to be that cringe. Orlando played Bay. Orlando won 3-1. Barbara Biana scored twice. There was a weather delay. Surprise. KC played Boston. Chewinga. KC won 1-0. Chewinga.
Mm-hmm.
It's her 6th goal in the last 4 games.
Must be nice.
Okay, this is the most annoying game of the weekend. I watched this live. Portland played Utah. Top of the table clash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Utah's up 2-1 in the 88th minute. Ball comes in. Mandy McGlynn grabs it, plays it out, whistle. It's the first 8-second violation call of the season. And the first one since this rule's been implemented in the NWSL, which results in a corner kick for Portland. On the corner kick, the ball comes in, nothing happens, boom, penalty call. On the replay, they VAR it. On the replay, a Utah player goes up to jump and puts her arms out, and Jaden Perry from Portland has felt contact and just like crumbled. Dive Central, Utah ended up sharing points that game when Sophia Smith converted in the 91st minute. It felt like a setup.
Mm-hmm.
You get 2 favorable calls.
Mm-hmm.
I'll skip ahead because Gotham played Houston. Gotham won 1-0. But there was a point in this match where Jane Campbell held the ball for 11 seconds and was not called for an 8-second violation.
The favoritism.
Yep.
It's real.
Gotham beat Houston 1-0 because of Jordan Dudley's goal in the 18th minute. Jordan Dudley, next NWSL star.
Yeah.
Chicago, unsurprisingly, lost to San Diego.
No goals either for them.
It was close, though. It doesn't look like that on the score sheet, but Dudinho scored in the 3rd minute. Haidama equalized in 90+8, but it was called back offside by VAR, and she was barely offside, and then Bayer scored in 90+13.
Jesus.
There was 12 minutes total at a time, but with the Haidama VAR,
I see.
all of that. There are a couple of big injury stoppages in that game. And then the final game of the weekend, Angel City played North Carolina. North Carolina won 2-1. Goals by EJ, 48th minute, Manaka in 79th, and the lone Angel City goal came from Noose in the 51st minute. Both North Carolina goals, the plays were started by Ashley Sanchez.
How do we get her?
How?
How do we get her?
How?
Fuck.
Do I need to call her?
Yeah, I'll let her know.
Should I start my GM journey?
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah, so the weekend was pretty predictable, but also a little infuriating. But
the NWSL 2026 championship location got announced. Bad news for Reign fans. It's at Audi Field. Good news for Reign fans. They probably won't make it because they're not playing well enough this season unless they make some crazy signing, which, hey, I hope that happens.
Good news for the broadcast. It will be somewhat at night.
Yeah. We got a Saturday night match on November 21st, 5 p.m. our time.
2 days after my birthday.
Hey. And it'll be on CBS, so it's exciting. I'm not going to it because it's on the East Coast unless the Reign are in it. But, DC and all the shit they're dealing with there, I'm happy that they get something fun like this to experience together.
Well, it's a King game.
Yeah, I don't need to even try to think about why they got awarded this, but the USWNT national team's got a couple friendlies coming up versus Brazil, Saturday, June 6th, 2:30, and Tuesday, June 9th at 5:30 p.m. Claudia Dickey is called up for that. I'm excited for those games because they're in Brazil. One's in Sao Paulo. I think, is the other one in Rio?
I didn't look, but that sounds right.
It might be there or Belo Horizonte. I can't remember. That's really exciting to me. I'm also excited that they get to play a strong opponent. But this is, I think this
away
is
from home.
Yeah. And where the World Cup is next year.
Yep.
Claudia Dickey should be playing. Maybe these games in Brazil will give her the inspiration to get back to her best and help her visualize that in order to be where she wants to be in a year in Brazil, she needs to step up.
Yeah.
You want to add anything onto the national team stuff?
So they called in Claudia Dickey, Fallon Tullis-Joyce, and Mandy McGlynn. But Fallon played in the World Sevens tournament, which I don't know if you've seen any highlights from that.
Isn't it like super physical?
No. It's like a party. It's like a postseason party.
So she got hurt
for English players.
Okay.
I don't know. She must have jammed her finger or something. I don't know the extent of the injury.
She'll probably be fine.
She posted online that like it was something she's gonna miss the call-up window, but she's gonna be back.
Okay.
It's a minor thing. No, it's like super fun.
Okay.
They do these like weird walkout videos. The Chelsea team went out and did a walkout thing recreating the Alyssa Thompson hair pull.
Okay.
Hilarious.
Got it.
One team like carried a player out like in a coffin like thing.
Yeah. On
their shoulders and laid her down. The referees walked out and like did cartwheels.
Okay, that sounds great.
It's hilarious and really funny, and it's like really fun 7v7 play. And it kind of went viral online this year because men were talking trash about it. Like,
sorry.
Oh, the women's game's a joke. And it's like,
sorry, you don't know how to have fun.
Yeah, sorry, you don't understand. Like, these players are out of season and like they're having fun.
They're goofing around. Go figure.
But yeah, so Fallon's out, so they called in Jane Campbell.
Okay. We've got a break coming up. As of today, we have a whole month until the Reign play again for the NWSL. Their next game is against, I don't think we need to do a super big preview on it because it's going to be a while. And I imagine we'll figure out some sort of bonus episode of some kind in this break. But they're playing the North Carolina Courage next Saturday, July 4th, 3:30 p.m. No, obviously not in the morning. It's going to be in Cary, North Carolina. They're playing at 3:30 a.m. No, they're not. Just kidding. That'll be an Ion. What do you want to see in this? Like, if you could say if there's something you want to see in the North Carolina game, I think the thing that we want to see is not get absolutely run over by Ashley Sanchez. But like, is there something you want to see like in that game? Maybe kind of with this extra time that they've got, or like I don't know, stuff with the team.
I mean, other than the obvious, which we can talk about, but I want to see like a renewed sense of just gumption.
Yeah, totally.
And a connectivity between players. If this is a time where they're going to be able to reflect on the first half of the season and figure out what's wrong and hopefully rectify some of those issues. I mean, it's not all going to be fixed. But this is a unique and incredible opportunity for the team to come out and have a new sense of responsibility for the product that they're putting out on the field.
Yeah.
But also, please spend some money.
Yeah. On that note, the transfer window doesn't seem to open until July 14th. I think there's like a free agency thing that they can start like doing some weird stuff before that. But the window where something can actually happen doesn't open until July 14th. I did go and do some looking to see what players are going to be having their contracts expire, at least within the NWSL, for players that I think the Reign definitely could use. If these players, if they don't get their contracts renewed, it makes a lot of sense for these teams to sell them for any amounts of money that they could possibly get. I would be surprised if all of these players I'm about to list aren't re-signed to a new contract with their current teams.
If not re-signed, not wanting to go to Europe.
Yeah. But the ones that I made note of, just in terms of what I think the Reign needs, Hal Hirschfeldt's contract is expiring. She did seem to really enjoy the city of Seattle.
Yeah, I noted that.
So maybe. Lacey Santos's contract is expiring. I feel there's probably a good chance she's going to go to Europe. She's so good. Maybe Kang just throws money at her because she can do that also.
Yeah, the limit does not exist for their roster. Okay.
For their scam. And the last one I had listed that seemed at least maybe not as crazy as my last name, but Manaka is her contract expiring this year too. Oh man, that would be amazing.
That'd be incredible.
I did organize the free agency list by like age. I organized by age and then like midfielder specifically.
Yeah.
But there's some names where I was like, I would have been really into those if they were like 2 or 3 years younger. But because like Roosevelt's also going to be available, but isn't there a team joining in Ohio at some point? I think
Also,
Cleveland's going to
who knows what's happening with her?
Yeah, never know. The one that I would not be opposed to, I say this at least once a year. I don't think it's going to happen because she seems to only sign 1-year contract, so it just gives me a false sense of hope. Midge Purse.
I don't think we need her.
I would love to have her energy though on the field.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just a personal thing.
That's not the money I want to spend.
I don't think it would cost that much.
It's Midge Purse.
Yeah, but her contract's up at the end of the year. I think
that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think it matters a little bit, but
you got clubs like Boston, you got clubs like Denver, Louisville, like clubs are willing to spend money on players. We are just not one of them.
Yeah, sucks. Boo. Change my mind, please. You have anything else you want to add on to this episode?
No. Let's be less depressed.
Any shout outs?
July 4th.
Yeah, well, not going to be a fun day for... Ugh. I'm going to avoid the TV that day. You have any shout outs?
Shout out to my vet office.
Great.
Just refilled my cat's fluids today. They're very kind.
Great.
Do you have any shout outs?
I was going to shout out Steve Vogt. He put out a really cool article that I enjoyed a lot on Ride of the Valkyries.
Oh, yeah.
After we had our certain episode a couple episodes ago, Steve, I saw he was working on this piece when I was like getting ready to, get our little post going for...
He did that before the last episode.
Yeah, no, but like I saw, like that's what I was saying. Like it was like 2 episodes ago that we had it, but I saw his draft and that he was working on something for like a little while, and I was like, "Oh boy, this is gonna be good," and it was. It was really good. Yeah, shout out to Steve. Good work. Really enjoy your work. Also, thanks for editing our 3 to 5 sentences that we use for our descriptors that we don't always do perfectly. Yeah, that was my shout out. Thanks again to our sponsor, the Doctor's Office. You can go follow us on Bluesky and Instagram at Cooler Guild Pod.
You can send us an email. We'd love an email. Shoot that over to thecoolerguild@gmail.com. You can also visit us on the main page, sounderheart.com/the Cooler Guild.
We're on YouTube, youtube.com/the Cooler Guild. Please, wherever you're listening, go rate our episodes and shows wherever that may be. 5 stars. Till next time, I'm Coop.
I'm Van.
Stay cool, y'all.
Stay cool.
So it's just a little hard to, I don't know. Oh, fuck, my cat wants out. Hold on. Of course, it's not one pet, it's the other. All right, sorry, I had to let my meowing cat out. Where were we?